Crisis in America's economy as members of the House and Senate debate President Bush's bailout proposal. Yesterday, they said the negotiations were making progress, but as of Thursday evening, some lawmakers said they are still nowhere near a deal. President Bush invited leaders from both parties to the White House yesterday, along with presidential candidates Barack Obama and John McCain. Mr. Bush said the meeting was an attempt to move the process forward, but it ended without a deal in place. Meanwhile, protesters voiced their anger over the bailout proposal. Activist groups said that hundreds of demonstrations took place across the country yesterday. Okay, that's where things stand now. How in the world did we get here? Earlier today, I talked with Paul LaMonica, editor-at-large at CNNMoney.com, about what led to this current financial crisis and how we arrived at this proposal for a $700 billion solution. Paul, the economy, what is going on with it?
Really simply put, what's happened is that since housing prices have fallen as dramatically as they have in the past year or so, and a lot of people are not able to afford their mortgages anymore because they were given loans that they probably shouldn't have received from banks. A lot of banks gave out loans to people who may not have qualified for loans in the past. And because so many mortgages have gone sour and people are defaulting, foreclosures have gone up, that's really hurt a lot of the nation's banks, investment banks, and even some insurance companies, because many of them just had big investments in these pools of loans that have gone bad.
Bailout. We've heard the figure $700 billion. How did they get it that number?
I think it is, in some respects, a very rough estimate of how many, how much the cost would be to purchase the worst performing loans that many banks are stuck with right now. A lot of people think that the number could go higher than that if the government is not able to sell these loans for a decent price. And on the flip side, some people think that the cost could be much lower because the government may actually be able to get a better price through an orderly sale process as opposed to something that's rushed, and it won't cost taxpayers as much. So that $700 billion number is really just a benchmark right now. I doubt it'll cost that exact number. It could be a lot higher, it could be a lot lower.
Today's shout out goes out to Mr. Hubbard's government classes at Franklin County High School in